No matter how I look at you, I don't find you a fit for a major company like us. What? You'd better get your father to be here. What? A legitimate parent would show up. My father is right there. What?
Trouble Busters!
All right, Mom, I'll see you later. My name is Alan. I'm a 22-year-old going to a final interview for a major company today, and I'm super nervous right now.
Did you get your handkerchief?
I did.
What about tissue paper?
I did.
What about the amulet?
I did.
Great.
I'm getting nervous. I've been failing this job hunt, but I finally got to a final interview with this company. Good morning. Good morning. I'm gonna give it all my best. I'll make this happen no matter what. Well, despite my motivation, something is a little off. What do you mean by that? Well, I don't want to get your hopes up, so I'll cut to the point, Alan. When I take a look at your career and work history, no matter how I look at you, I don't find you a fit for a major company like us. What? Why would you say that? You don't get it, do you? Look at our CEO's face. I've never seen him make a face like this. I've interviewed thousands of candidates in my career, and I can tell what kind of a person my candidate is the moment I see them. I have to humbly ask, where exactly do you see a problem with me? Everything. Everything? Especially your reason for applying with us. It's ridiculous. I'm so tired. Did you really think we'd hire you out of pity if you were to make your reason to apply with us such a sad story? That's not my intention. I was being honest about it. What about your father? Huh? Is your father okay with it? You're such a terrible son. I can see you have a problem with your personality. Hold on a second. I'm sorry if I was short with my words, but please let me explain. Do not stand from your seat. Also, I don't accept additional explanation. I judge everything based on what was written on the application. No way! My father divorced my mother! Hey! Didn't you hear me tell you that I don't accept additional explanation? I'm sorry, but I really need you to hear this. You're so blunt. This is enough. You're not hired, okay? I already know about your family situation without you explaining it. A pathetic guy deceived a dumb woman and you want to save her, right? You want to protect her, huh? What? How dare he say it like that? There are two types of married couples in this world. The ones who get divorced and the ones who don't. Normal people don't get divorced. What about your parents? What happened to them? The answer is already decided. I'd rather hire someone who's legitimate. If you're gonna argue with me, you'd better get your father to be here. What? A legitimate parent would show up. All right, the exit is over there. If you can't find your daddy, you can go to the Lost Children's office. No, that's not it. My father is there. He's right there. Huh? What? Wait, what? No way! What? Our CEO? He's lying, right, sir? I'm Alan's father, and I'm right here. What? Seriously? I then explained to my interviewer that I'm the son of Mr. Kendrick, who is the CEO of the company. In the past, he had been too focused on his job, and that was why he had gone through a divorce. With time healing the relationship, my parents are now cordial. But if he's the CEO's son, why are the last names different? That's because he has his mother's surname. All right, you were going to resume this interview once his father shows up, right? Oh, goodness! Now I know why the CEO was joining when he normally doesn't join interviews. It's his son's big day and he's here to see it. Resume the interview. Sir, there's a huge reason I had to— I said resume the interview. This is frustrating. I've been silent the entire time, but you've been saying tons of interesting things, haven't you? What was it again? Did you say he's cuckoo if he doesn't have both of his parents based on your common sense? That wasn't what I was trying to say. Is this how you normally conduct interviews? What are you asking? Have you been conducting interviews like this to all candidates in the same family situation as Alan? Answer my question, you bastard! There's a reason behind this. Then let me hear what that reason is. Yes, sir, I will. Damn it, how is this even possible? So, I'm sorry, but I need you to stay for a bit longer, Alan. Okay, I'm fine with that. This bastard has been saying all he wants out of his own prejudice by taking advantage of his position. I hate people like him more than anyone. Sir, listen! What is it, huh? I'm not judging people based on prejudice. Huh. What is it then? Are you saying that you have justice in what you're saying? Of course! It's my job! Okay, I get it. Thank you very much. Alan! Yes, Father? Whether we hire you or not is going to be whether you can be stern with your opinions against Carter or not. What? But I'm a candidate and he's my interviewer. I approve it. Tell what's on your mind to Carter. I'll see which one of you is in justice, and I can either forgive Carter or hire you. Sir, I've never heard of an interview where the interviewer and the candidate would have a debate. Your intimidating interview is what I've never heard of. If anything, I can make you leave this room just for that sake. Thank you so much for your mercy. You said you were doing things for the sake of the company, didn't you? Of course. Then show us what you got. You're not going to lose against a kid in his early 20s who still has the eggshell stuck on his butt, will you? You're absolutely right. Dad, which side are you on? As a father, I'm on your side, but that's only if we were one step outside of this office. Carter wouldn't have been breathing right now. Hooray to the office! But I'm the head of this company. If there's a valid reason why Alan wouldn't be hired, I need to understand that reasoning. But I want you guys to fight. Alan, if you're my son, I want you to earn this hiring decision rather than get it by being my son. Besides, putting myself aside, your beloved mother was insulted too. Are you letting it go? Huh? No, I won't! My mother really cherished me as she raised me all these years, and I don't deserve Carter, who has no idea what it was like for her, to say whatever he wants. I'm not letting him get away with this. Trouble busters! Alan, Carter, we'll continue this conversation in my office. Okay. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. This wasn't the first time anyone denies my thoughts. There were a few of them in the past. Those hypocrites. Thank goodness the CEO is such a berserker. This debate, I'm the one who's going to survive it. I would like to ask you a question, sir. Would you say it's favorable for us to allow a person who could potentially cause a disaster in our company to join our team? No. Thank you very much. Although I have an absolute confidence in reading people, it's not always correct. Then, how do I decide? Skills, knowledge, social skills, cooperative demeanor. There are so many qualities that are needed in order to join our company's team. But those things can come later. What alters those things that can come later is the personality of that individual. This is determined by the environment the individual was raised in. Those raised in a harsh environment are useless, is that what you're saying? It's only a matter of probability, though. Probability? That's such a vague reason to deny my candidacy and to insult my mother. You'd better not underestimate possibilities. Let me ask you, Alan, a girl who would cheat by 5% chance and another girl who would cheat by 12.5% chance, which girl would you rather date? Well, are you trying to say that I'm one of those 12.5% girls? I never asked you to answer my question by asking another question, but that response includes your answer in a way, so fair enough. That's right. I'm saying that Alan is one of those girls who have the probability of cheating by 12.5%. In other words, I decided that Alan will cause some sort of damage to the company by 12.5% chance, and that's why I decided that he should not be hired. Why would you say that? What kind of bases do you have to say that? This is a statistical matter. Sir, may I borrow your screen? This is data from the internal affairs. Please take a look. Do you see? This is a fact. I would like to emphasize the fact that these are the facts that stand as numbers. It's not my malicious intentions, but it's an objective fact that is based on numbers. As a company, we cannot overlook these numbers. Do you understand that? Oh, but this is... Yes, it is still a possibility. However, if we were to utilize the example of two different girls who would cheat, I would choose whichever one has the lower chance of cheating. Why would I do that? Because the company is operated by people. As a company, I would choose an individual who has a lower chance of causing issues. Yes, some companies wouldn't care about that. However, as the person in charge of human resources and recruiting, I highly value these numbers. I cannot determine whether Alan is a bad person. It simply means that I wasn't the best interviewer for him as a candidate. No matter how talented he is, what affects the hiring decision at the end of the day is the person who utilizes the different deciding factors. That sounds like a huge explanation, but that's still a matter of probability, no matter how far you take it, correct? Yes, it is. However, if you're gonna talk about high or low, then how about the fact that you threw insults at me earlier? Insults? You hurt my feelings quite badly by saying those words. That's 100% probability. Do you ever consider how much your words could hurt other people? That might just apply to you. Maybe you're right. Right? Then... There are two types of married couples in this world. The ones who get divorced and the ones who don't. What? Normal people don't get divorced. How do you even have that? What about your parents? What happened to them? Turn it off! Don't you have some common sense? I knew people who grew up with problematic family situations and grew up to be people who cause problems. What exactly is the problem? That thing right there! What made you think it was okay to record our conversation? I don't mean to be rude, but it seems like you have a lot of studying to do despite being in charge of recruiting. What? Recording a conversation during an interview basically isn't illegal. See? You said basically. I'm not done talking yet. Ugh. Can't you even read the room to know whether I'm still talking or not? Are you sure you have the qualities to interview people? Oh, sir! Alan, how dare you talk to me like that? Then you'd better stay silent and listen until I finish talking. What? How much longer are you gonna be acting as if you're the interviewer from Human Resources? Do you understand? You're in the same position as me right now. You're being interviewed by the CEO to see whether you're fit to be an interviewer at all. I'm fighting to earn my way into this company, and you're fighting to keep your position as an interviewer. How much longer do you think you're in a position to judge others? That's exactly right! Sir, I know he's your son, but he's being way too rude! You're trying to decline Alan's candidacy based on probability, right? Then you're Alan's enemy! Why speak in honorifics if you're someone he's trying to defeat? Alan, fighting is good, and you don't have to have mercy on a man you're trying to defeat. If anyone tries to get in your way, you'd better crush them into pieces. Okay, sir. Sir, favoritism isn't fair. It's not favoritism. We're the nation's biggest security company. Being in the security industry, we all have to be strong. I value strong people. It's only natural as the CEO of a security service company. It seems like you finally understand your position. I'm continuing. Recording the conversation during an interview is basically not illegal. If an individual decides to record the conversation in order to reflect on himself later on, there's nothing illegal about it. You're making it sound like you're one of those people who give sophism online. It's against the manners. Huh? How about from a perspective of mannerism? It's inconsiderate of you to record the conversation without getting the consent of your opponent. And for being so inconsiderate, this counts negatively towards your candidacy. You're declined! Of course, I have permission. What? I'm not aware of that. I never asked you personally, but I inquired the company and I have approval. Sir? Yeah, I was aware. Why is it that I wasn't alerted? Are you going to change the way you conduct the interview depending on whether you're recorded or not? Oh, no, I don't. Then you don't need to know. Besides, Alan, what exactly were you going to do with that audio data? I would like to host a survey by having others who applied to your company listen to this audio and provide simple feedback. It was extremely displeasing. It was displeasing. I didn't feel anything in any way. I agreed with it. I strongly agreed with it. We would separate it into 5 categories and see which category attracts the most votes. And this way, we could get a result by a matter of probability, the way you like it, Carter. If we do a survey like that, I know that the numbers will count against me. Why do we have to make this into such a big deal? This is supposed to be a one-on-one debate between you and me. What you said during the interview were absolutely malicious words that would displease those who have unique family situations. And yet you stated that it is my personal opinion. In order to prove whether it was my personal and isolated opinion or not, the survey will determine whether it was or not. Sir, would we be able to have those who have been interviewed by Carter and those who will be interviewed by Carter in the near future listen to this audio data and have a survey conducted? That's impossible! Our CEO is busy! It's totally possible! Sir, if you were to let that audio get around, it might damage you, too! That's fine. It's my responsibility at the end of the day for hiring a guy like you. I'll atone for my mistakes. I won't ever flee from my responsibilities, so don't mind me. Sir! Damn it! Why is he so determined? This conversation is just ridiculous! What a pathetic confirmation! You're not entitled to call yourself an interviewer! What did you just say? Is Mr. Kendrick the type of person who would be concerned about his looks? What exactly about people are you even looking at? I know how to choose people without fail. That's the probability. That's not even considered an interview. You're saying that you choose people based on probability? Then we don't need your position in the first place. You're skilled at seeing things in people that can't be expressed in numbers. Because you're skilled in analyzing people, you're an interviewer, aren't you? Isn't that the responsibility of someone who's working in human resources? Shut up! I'm not gonna let you destroy my stable logic! It's easily going to be destroyed. It's a sandcastle. Even the 5%, 12.5% logic that you were proudly presenting, the moment you cause damage to the company, it's already at 100%. Probabilities are only to be referred to, and it's wrong for you to decide everything upon them. The average income of a single mother is $18,100, and proportionally, part-time workers are over half of that. My household never had to rely on the government compensation thanks to the financial support that Dad gave us, but that's rare, and not everyone is like that. Everyone's doing their best while they have a limited amount of living expense budgets. And that's why some people give up, but there are others who also feel grateful for their parent and vow to themselves that they'd repay the favor. Whenever I do anything and everything, I consider what's right and what's wrong by asking myself, would what I do make my mother happy? Not happy? Will she cry or will she not? That's all that matters. As long as I know the answers to those questions, I know I won't ever get off the track of my life. It's not about my education level. I don't know any of that. It's whether I live in a way that I won't be making my mom ashamed of me, and I won't ever step off the track of my life. I won't ever cause any problems. Hey, interviewer! Yes? Were you able to read those thoughts in my heart? Were you able to tell that those thoughts were going on through my head? Well, those weren't written on your application. If what's written on the application will be the only deciding factor for someone's candidacy, we don't need an interview to begin with. Why don't you just have AI handle the interview at that point? There's no need to have a person conduct it. People like you who think you know everything about people are the most dangerous type. You have no idea. You're not entitled to even judge others. You should look over yourself before you do that. Stop this already! Stop analyzing me! Stop judging me! Stop crying! The candidates who ended up crying because of you were hurt even worse! This game is over! What? And there's no need for me to say which one of you wins and therefore the just one. Carter? Yes? Let me ask you, since it's your job to look at people as the recruiter of human resources, what do you think of yourself right now? How do you judge yourself? Evaluate yourself. Yes, sir. I was in the wrong. I admit I was judging people based on their environment and probability. Well then. Now, I admit it, so please forgive me. What could I ever do other than human resources at this point in my life? Not my problem. That's for you to search for yourself. That's what a man does. I can't, and that's why I'm apologizing. Oh, That's why you're apologizing? Doesn't that mean you're apologizing because you're trying to protect your sorry butt? You don't understand a thing! Ah, no! That's not what I'm sorry for! What is it? Are you sorry about anything? Yes, of course! I mean, I have no choice! You have no choice? This is bad! You don't have a human heart at all! You're just way too good at getting on my nerves. I have no mercy on you anymore. Depending on whether you're sorry or not, I was considering to have you go back to human resources after putting you through a corrective program. What? Was there such a bonus stage? Needless to say, you already lost it. You're on standby until you're given a transfer order. What? Then how about the interviews I was supposed to handle tomorrow and beyond? You're not going to be a part of it. What are you even thinking? Oh, please. Forgive me. Please forgive me. It's already too late. The email to wish all your candidates that you declined the best in their future endeavors? You're probably the next to receive it. Oh, no! And so, the HR career of the corrupt interviewer Carter came to an end. The candidates he had handled were personally re-interviewed by the CEO, and after a strict and fair evaluation, several of them saw their status change from rejected to hired. The results made it clear just how biased Carter's judgment had been. Although the company's collapse this year managed to save the current candidates, it could not restore fairness to those from previous years. Feeling responsible for that failure, the CEO held a press conference to apologize and then resign from his position. As for me... What? I'm the new CEO? Isn't it funny? Go ahead and laugh! I can't laugh. This isn't even a funny joke. I hate jokes. You need to stop being so intimidating. You're my dad, but you scare me. I admit your guts. I like you, putting aside that you're my son. But then, I only graduated from college the other day, and I'm already the CEO? Don't worry, I made sure to set you up. Hey, here's Tracy, your secretary. If you need anything, just ask her.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Allen.
Whoa, she's so pretty! I really like how she seems to have a stern personality. I was suddenly assigned to be the CEO. For now, I'll make sure I won't let my parents down as I do the right thing every day at work. Trouble Busters!